Two men have been granted compensation after the National Redress Scheme accepted they were abused as boys by the late Cardinal George Pell in Ballarat in the 1970s. Here's ABC investigative reporter Louise Milligan.
These are not simply allegations by two men who say they were abused by George Pell. They are findings by decision makers of the National Redress Scheme, which was set up after the Child Abuse Royal Commission. It's decided to compensate both men for the abuse by Pell when they were 8 and 9 years old. James and David were both in primary school in the mid-70s in the Victorian town of Ballarat, but they don't know each other and they live in separate states. The scheme accepted in August last year that James was raped by Pell in the gymnasium of St Francis Xavier Primary School when James was in Year 4. James was paid $95,000 in compensation. The scheme is capped at $150,000. The scheme also accepted that David had his genitals groped by Pell while playing in Ballarat's YMCA pool when David was in Year 3. Notably, David's redress decision was made 5 weeks before Cardinal Pell died in January 2023, and the Catholic Church was notified via its Diocese of Ballarat. The diocese disputed that the abuse in either of these cases occurred, but the redress scheme, which has a lower standard of proof than a criminal conviction, preferred the accounts of the victims. George Pell was in 2020 acquitted by the High Court after a jury had earlier convicted him of the 1996 abuse of 2 teenage choir boys. He was described at his funeral as a hero and a victim of a witch hunt. The redress scheme was embraced by the Catholic Church when it was set up, with the National Catholic Bishops' Conference saying survivors deserve justice and healing. These decisions have given David and James some measure of justice and healing, although they told me that they live with this abuse every day.